Wow, last week in the loops, it seems like what? Yesterday, all right. First MX2 Moto, Freezy, whole shot, Freezy, win. Oh my goodness, looks like some dominant action getting into Moto 2. Who's gonna get the whole shot? I think it's gonna be, yes, the 719 Moto Concepts Honda Vince Freezy. 2 whole shots, 2 wins, the clean sweeperoo, and he is back in business. Welcome to Wild Rose MX Park in downtown Calgary. This is round 3 of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth. Of course, today's racing will be brought to you by Motovan.com. It's a bit of a gray day here today, threatening some impending weather, maybe some rain, some showers, but right now, track looks really good. MX2 boys at the gate.
It poured rain coming into this event. Woke up this morning to some light sprinkles. It's cool out, hence the jackets on the riders. We're gonna have a great day of racing here in Calgary.
Okay, Fabs, let's get caught up with the MX2 points after 2 of 10 rounds. Kevin Benoit, Moffenbauer, Freezy, Paultelli, and Ingles rounding out your top 5. It's pretty tight up there, but if we move into the bottom 5, we have Jeremy Medallia, Wentland, who's had some great moments, Brock Hoyer, he won't be here today, Dylan Schmoke, and Kyle Swanson. So things are tight in the MX2 class right now.
Yeah, terrible news for Hoyer. Showed so well, separated his shoulder. Nice shot of our top 5 in points going out on parade. The 22 Rockstar machine of Moffenbauer, and our pole setter, the number 14 there, of Topher Ingles on the RTR bike.
Now, remember, this is the MX2 class. 40 riders qualifying for this gate. We're gonna have 2 pro motos, 25 points for the winner of each moto. Overall winner, most points after 2 motos, and that second moto, that's the tiebreaker.
And that's the moto you want to perform your best in. What a fantastic track here in Calgary, nestled right in the heart of town. Huge elevation changes. We just saw the Shaw Valley, which is pro only, and now back to the mid-portion gallery of this track. Fantastic for the riders, great for the spectators as well. Riders out on parade, Travs. We're in for some action coming up after the break. It's going to be a good one.
This is Calgary's Wild Rose MX Park, and you are watching the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Rockstar Ange bringing that 30 board out with Sir Paul Kingsley overseeing the proceedings. This first MX2 moto will be brought to you by RoyalDistributing.com. Fabs, again, concrete start here. We haven't seen one of those since Nanaimo. Very difficult for the riders as we go week to week.
Yeah, totally, and these are now outlawed in the U.S., so for the U.S. riders, it's something new. I like the covered start, though, here. Very pro, and right now, some gentle rain coming down. This is great for the riders, but we got action here, Trav. 5 sideways.
Jeremy Medallia on the inside, gaze down, Brian. Straight up into that huge left-hander. Who's going to get that Royal Distributing hold shot?
Oh, it's a fast left-hander, but it looks like the number 14, our fast qualifier, Topher Ingles out of Northern California, grabs that Royal Distributing hold shot.
Nicely done, Fabs. And remember, Topher Ingles is on a 2-stroke, so a very interesting dynamic early in the moto.
Totally. Now, they have a lot more horsepower on the dyno, but it's getting it down on these hard surfaces. Back in the international section, the shiny bits are a little harder. The dark bits have nice low. This corner, super loamy, really sucks the power out of these 250F, but Topher's got it well in hand. But I like the number 1, Paultelli, last year's winner here, sitting second.
Paultelli with a dynamite start back to Benoit in third. Wentland again in the mix. I saw Medallia and Freezy and Moffenbauer. This class is stacked.
We have the usual suspects up front. Man, oh man, a lot of fast pilots on this super fun, though somewhat technical Calgary track. Benoit on the inside. Oh, we got contact.
Looked like Moffenbauer on the inside of Medallia, and Freezy was following in that little 3-pack. He's the danger man.
Y'all want to know how to grab a hole shot? Here we are on board with Topher Ingles. We can see fenders all around. Looks like Wentland might have it. He drifts wide. Topher just grabs the gear and grabs that Royal Distributing hole shot. Got to break a bit over that mound. Sweet stuff.
To the Rockstar lockoff cam riders coming over the finish line, ending their first lap. Bit of a freight train right now, Brian, but look at the dynamic action early in this moto as they're all bunched up. Oh, here we go.
Drift action cam's got to be one of the best in the biz. We got riders at high speed just pulling gears by the mechanics area. You know, it's easy to get complacent watching this. You don't quite realize how fast these guys are going out on this racetrack, man. Politelli challenging for the lead. Top two stretching it out right now.
Interesting to see the dynamic between the two-stroke and the four-stroke. This Wild Rose track full of interesting obstacles. That little hip right here, Brian, down into this second valley. I love this part of the track.
Oh, a little ballet there for Politelli, and he stuffs it in on Ingles. We're on board with Topher right now. Politelli landed way up on the inside, foot off the peg, still keeps his throttle into it, and gets the pass done.
Fabs, let's go back to the lock-off for a replay. A real bad crash, lap one. Oh my, the 946 of Luke Pananin just gets plowed in that first Honda corner. Detail it for us in the second pass.
Oh yeah, he just lays it down at a bad time. Riders try to check up. This guy in the Suzuki certainly does, but this rider here, a little too late, mows him hard right in the head. Now this is a testament on why you want to invest in a real good helmet. His bike gets used for traction right there, and this is really unnerving for all involved right there.
Wow, down and out in the Honda corners. We get back to the battle for second place. There's the splitter, Brian, on board with Topher. Check it, where's Benoit? There he is on the right side. I love this part of the track. If you really want to get aggressive and scrub, you can keep the power to the ground and make a pass like Benoit did.
And then if you want to take the punishment and just skylab, you can get a pass done there too. That is the four-stroke versus two-stroke, same brand. Benoit moves into second. Lots of unfinished business though. We got quite a few laps to go with the 719 Smart Top Moto Concept Honda of Vince Friese on the white bike, right in behind Moffenbauer there, Rockstar Yamaha.
Guys, look at this. This is a great sign. It looks like Pananin is up on his feet. I cannot believe it. They're getting him off the track. Medic crews on board, making it happen. Wow. You want to talk about how tough motocross riders are? That is an example right there.
Nothing better to see the rider get off under his own power. No doubt he'll have a bit of a headache as the battle for third rages on. Look at this right now. Moffenbauer is charging hard. Him and Jerry Medaglia, no strangers to one another out on the racetrack. They're waging war.
Moffenbauer gets by Medaglia for fifth. We had the battle for third ahead of that, and here comes Friese. This is five riders battling for third place.
A great story here. Jerry Medaglia was supposed to ride on the Moto Concepts team right until a few weeks ago. Things went sideways. Friese filled in, so that's a little bit of a package there. Jeremy, the Arena Cross champion in the wintertime here in Canada, aboard a Honda, poised to ride that bike. So now Jeremy's only had a few weeks on the Cowie.
These guys don't like each other, Ian Brian. Let's face it, a lot of motocross riders are friends in the Canadian circuit. Not those guys. It seems to be going sideways a little bit as we get back to our leader. Here's that battle for third place. Topher Ingles on the outside, and here comes Wendland with a dynamic pass down in the Shaw Valley.
Oh, Topher still responding, but look at this now. Look at Jeremy's pushing Friese right up onto the grass as they hit the Shaw Valley double jump there, and Friese comes right in the inside. Whoa, and we got to remember, that's where Medaglia went down hard last year in MX1, maybe a little tentative there.
Well, the Dunlop corner is one of my favorite lines, Brian, because that inside line is the best line going into the drop way down into the valley.
And Friese proved it right there, executing the pass. And like I say, no love lost there. A lot of backstories going on between young Jerry Medaglia and Vince Friese as the battle for eighth there rages on.
To the number 24, Kevin Benoit through the international section. Speed is high in second place.
Gotta love this track for showboating. It just offers so much for the riders. Oh my goodness, using all the track. The 14 right through those Jeremy's yellow markers. Friese's coming on strong. He's coming on. He's coming on.
Sorry, Fats, with a nice scrub over the first international. This is for third place. Wendland has fallen back. Oh, Vince Friese, so aggressive. Love his style. He's a bull out there, Fabs. He's a bull.
Geez, he just dives into that corner, gets his front end just a little in too hard, and he just has the strength to hold the gas on, straighten it out. Just a mild moment for him. He's not even going to think twice about it. But look at this. Sean Moffenbauer, the 22. All heart. This kid always one of the fastest MX2 bikes on the track.
Guys, right now it looks like the tractable power of the four-stroke has the advantage over the two-banger right now. I mean, Topher's in the top five right now, but he seems to not have that extra edge.
Yeah, he's losing it here and there, and on the hardback sections, my goodness, Politelli, poetry in motion. He is pulling away on the field. He swept both motos here last year, so we know he loves this track.
Battle for fourth, heating up, getting into some lappers. Friese already up and over the crowd. Oh, and Moffenbauer loses the front end. Can happen anywhere.
Oh, Moffenbauer, I think he tries so hard all the time. This has happened to him a lot this year. Luckily, he keeps the motor running, fell on the clutch side there, keeps the clutch in. That's huge for him, so he lost a bit of ground, but he's the type of rider that can make it back up.
Back to the number 1, our leader, Austin Politelli on that Monster Energy Kawasaki, looking fantastic. To the number 4, his teammate, that's Jerry Medaglia, sitting in 5th right now, getting his last lap flag.
I think we might just want to call him Awesome Politelli instead of Austin Politelli. The kid is just awesome. Another California boy. Oh, and Moffenmeyer finds the only swamp on the track. Uh-oh, get the mask, get the snorkel. Keeps it running, but he lost a lot of ground there coming in to the waning stages of the moto.
Moffenmeyer full scuba gear, gets it back on the track, still sitting in the top 10 to our leader, Awesome Politelli, on his final approach in the Shaw Valley. This right now will be his first win of the season right now, which is a good thing. He's had a couple of bad motos. He came in a little out of shape because of that broken leg. He is a contender. And as we move from round to round, he is one of the riders we want to keep our eyes on.
His fitness will only get better as the series progresses. First moto win in the books for him and his Kawasaki Thor squad. They got to be stoked. Welcome back to Calgary and the Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. We're going to our winner with Gunet.
All right, Awesome Politelli, my friend. Gotta feel good. I know we were talking last week, you said on an interview I did with you, you wanted that win. Man, you got out front and did your thing, dude. It was a great ride and got that sort of monkey off your back, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Worked hard this week, got my bike a lot better. And yeah, just I think got second place start and got in the lead about 3 laps in and then just tried to ride smooth. I'm still not real happy how I rode. I rode pretty tight. I think it's just being nervous, haven't been up front in a long time. But, make a little suspension changes and come back and win the second moto.
Leading the points right now in this class, riding some very smart motos out there. I realize that that's your strategy, but it's working for you, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long championship. The class is stacked this year, so we got to be up there every moto, and so far, I'm really happy with that. Consistency is there, and we'll try to keep that working till the end.
To the Yamaha leaderboard after the first MX2 moto. Great ride for Ingles and Wetland, but how about Swanson, Dylan Wright, and Jared Allison in 10th?
No one knows what I do to make it. Toss it down, the pressure mounts. I shake it, wish I could pretend to be complacent. For what it's worth, I would not erase it. We just want the chance to make it underground. We just want the chance to make it underground. The world has not heard me yet. This is all tough, it's always been tough. Sure it's tough, but I am tougher.
Sweet sights and sound of the Miloland Rockstar FMX Tour. That track is Canadian indie band Out of the North with Tough. MX2 boys getting ready to race Moto2.
Welcome back to Calgary's Wild Rose MX Park in the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals as we get set for MX2 Moto2. The lovely Ange bringing that 30 board out. Darcy's coming across with Moto2 board, and this moto will be brought to you by Max Convenience Stores. Of course, we talk about it being a great place to get your ice-cold Rockstar. Ange to 30. Sir Paul on the clock. Riders at the gate.
Oh, look at them getting the tires spun up and warmed up and everything getting loosened up. 5 board is up right now. The moment of truth, adrenaline running high. Look at Politelli with the elbows up, weight back. You got to get the traction on this slippery concrete.
Topher Ingles got the Royal Distributing hole shot in the first moto. Brian Gate is down coming that first corner. Who's going to get the next one?
Looks like a clean start. Look at that. It's Topher again by a bike length. That is the Triple Crown. The Royal Distributing hole shot for him. 2 for 2 on the day.
$800 in his jeans, $200 for each moto, and then they double it for the Triple Crown. Freezy in second place, Wendland in third. All the usual suspects up top here, boys.
Gotta like this. And look at the gap right now, Topher. You have to really learn how to deal with a hole shot and leading. There's so much going on in your head and nerves. It's real easy to hold on too tight. You know, the whole pack of 39 more guys breathing down your neck. Topher handling it well so far, but we saw what happened to him in the previous moto. He kind of slipped back a bit to fourth.
Especially with a rider like Freeze on your tail, because he's going to start to point and shoot. Put that wheel in, let you know.
Look at Freezy just skylap down the valley. He is leaving nothing on the table right now. He is super aggressive. The number 1, Austin Politelli, he wants to repeat that first moto victory. And look at Wetland, a solid day. He's really coming into his own now at round 3.
Battle looks to be hot for third place. This spot like it's really rutted there, Brian. You see how tentative they were coming to that corner. Now into the Cowie corner, a little bit of a high line. Wetland on the inside. Politelli carrying speed over the Dragon back. Got some nice drives. Oh, look at Politelli on the inside as he busts Wetland through that EBS corner. Wow, what a pass.
Wow, he just forced his way through Wetland on the MX101 Yamaha. And of course, Politelli on that super famous Monster Energy Parts Canada Kawasaki. Wetland right now, though, is still in the hunt.
Benoit has joined this fray, so 5 bikes right now in contention for the lead. Down through the Dunlop corner in the Shaw Valley. This track has been impressive all day. The prep, the soil, loving it.
Because of the ominous guys in weather forecast, they didn't till this track super deep. And the rain has abated a little bit this morning. You can see all the spectators wearing thick jackets. It's nice and cool out, but the rain has held off.
To the Rockstar lock-off cam over the finish line, showing the Honda corner, and those boys are on the pipe path.
Woohoo! Great imagery here all the way around. Topher Ingles holding court up front. He scored a pair of seconds here last year. We know he likes the track. He loves that RTR Performance Scott back bike. They're based out of Kamloops, so lots of places for him to train there in Kamloops. He's been staying in Canada here this whole western swing.
Now, look at the gap first to second. It's been a half second since the start of this race. Freezy is applying a heavy amount of pressure. He's got the rubber gloves on.
That has to be wearing heavily on Topher right now, because he knows he's there. His mind has just got to stay focused on ride my lines, ride smooth, try not to get the dreaded arm pump, which happens to a lot of hole shot artists.
I'm really impressed with Topher's defense. Right now, Mr. Freezy's having a very hard time getting around him as we see the battle for fourth place heating up. Forget about Politelli's in third. Benoit on the inside. Does he have Wetland on the Dragon's back? Not yet.
Wow, Wetland has been having a lot of pressure also from the 24 of Kevin Benoit, and Benoit has been Mr. Consistent on that Fox Royal Distributing Machine. He has been solid this whole season. He's a real player for the points and the championship.
And Benoit had a big crash last week in Kamloops, hurt his leg, so the fact that he's in the top 5 right now and battling is good. Oh my, Freezy on the inside through the Dunlop corner. He has the lead. Finally, the pressure paid off.
Man, oh man, Freezy was so persistent. I guess it was somewhat inevitable. Now Politelli wants in on the game. He's starting to pressure Topher, and Benoit now starting to get very impatient with Wetland. A little zig and zagging coming up the inside. Will he nail him?
To the Rockstar lock-off. Look at how tight it is for second place. And here comes that battle for fourth. Oh my, Wetland looks like he's fallen back. Benoit has made the pass. Oh, look at this through the international section. Politelli moves into second place. Not yet.
That was a case of over-jumping for Politelli. Does it again into the big braking zone here in the Yamaha corner. Makes it stick, so all of a sudden Topher goes from first to third. Now Politelli, he wants to let it all hang out on Freezy. He's got clean air, nothing to interrupt him. He's going to catch right up to the Honda.
That's a good point, Babs, because we've seen some riders scrub over that jump, and now we've seen Politelli almost over-jump to make a pass. Perfect.
Yeah, when you're all alone, you want to conserve energy, scrub, stay low, but when you got to make it happen, you got to suck it up, take the big hit. Now that takes a lot of energy. One of the most physically demanding sports on the planet right here in motocross. They don't get a chance to rest or go for a drink out here, man. It's go time.
Sky's looking ominous, and the number 4 of Jerry Medallia with an issue on that little hipper. He was in 7th place. Hasn't had the weekend he's wanted so far.
Oh, geez, man. Jeremy's got to get going. Every point counts, so hopefully he'll get back on the track, soldier around to nail down some points as third place starting to race, Travs. pair of orange bikes doing battle through the Dunlop double. Love this part of the track, really good loam. Spectators that want to wander over here are treated to some great action. Big man-made rollers here. Look at Benoit, smooths them right out. Oh my gosh, I don't know if he's on the right side of the track to make a pass. He does it over that braking kind of ski jump.
Little hip double before the finish line. You talked about fantastic crowd out here in Calgary today. Oh my, here comes he goes. Oh, get out of town. Great imagery with those drift lock-offs.
Wow, that's spectacular. Really shows the speed now. The closer you get to the track, the more you realize how fast these guys are going. So the spectators up close. Oh, arm up for Politelli. Arm up for Politelli. What's going on? Freezy now having it all his own way. This is huge right now for the Smart Top Moto concept rider. Teammates with Mike Alessi out of the U.S. Politelli definitely has got some issues right now. He's still going. There's still some roots coming out, but no good, no good. He's off. He is off the track. Benoit inherits second, just Topher third. Oh my goodness, this poor young rider. And tell you, Trav, so much heart and soul and training goes in. That's a real heartbreaker for that youngster.
And he had really closed the gap on Freezy. It looked like we were going to have a good battle for the lead. He's out back to Little Muff in 12th place. Again, demons at this track. There's our leader, Vince Freeze, with a nice little scrubberoo. You're the international.
Huge lead, huge one. Hey, what happened? What happened to the 14? Wetland now is making all kinds of moves on Benoit. Look at the MX101 Yamaha right now. That's the 2014 Plus Truck. Look at the technique for Wetland. He is feeling it, man.
And Wetland was as far back as 5th. Gets by Ingles. Politelli has an issue. Now he's in 2nd place. Oh, and Politelli is furious.
Oh my goodness, understandably so much sacrifice to get to where he is. You know, friends are out, going out, partying this and that. Swanson back in 16th. He had a great first moto, but back to Politelli. You know, these riders, they sacrifice a lot of their youth for this sport.
To our leader, the number 719 of Vince Freezy, and Wetland has closed the gap. This is the last lap, Brian. Looks like Rosina might be in the middle of that little contest as a lapper.
Yeah, Weston Rosino, first-year pro, a lap down. Wetland was right up on the back fender there of Freezy earlier, as we see Politelli pushing off. He's so mad he doesn't even want his mechanic Hoodie there to push, but I think Hoodie's going to have to take over soon. He is furious, my goodness. Last moto of the day. This is not a nice way to spend the week before Regina.
I have to admit, I like to see riders pushing their bikes out of the back of the track. I think that says a lot about their character. To our leader, the 719 of Vince Freezy on his final approach. He's going to take the second moto win and the overall today, Brian. Wow, what a performance.
Nice bit of emotion from Freezy, his mechanic, Robbie Federer, not its old mechanic on board there. Stoked. Well done, fellas.
Let's go to the Yamaha leaderboard in our top 10, second MX2 moto. Let's go down to Dylan Wright with a great moto in 5th. Jared Allison in 6th. Muffenmeyer, Allison, Rarick, and Robbie Wilson rounding out top 10.
What an epic day for Vince Freezy on the Moto Concepts Honda CR250. Vince served it up in that moto, took the win. Tell us about it.
Oh, it was an awesome ride. I finally got a better start. Started out second, and Topher was riding really good. I had to push him really hard. He finally made a mistake, and I got by and pulled out a good lead and was riding good.
One of the most exciting riders on the track in that moto, Jesse Wetlands. Man, oh man, you had the crowd on their feet that whole race. You were dialing in on Freezy hard.
Oh yeah, and you know, the whole race was awesome. I got off to a good start and didn't put in the charge I needed to right off the bat, but towards the end I was catching them guys, catching Freeze, and tried to make a good pass on him for the win, but just couldn't make it happen. I had a few lappers get into me and kind of messed me up, but you know, that's how it goes.
To our total points after 3 of 10 rounds, Benoit still holding the lead. Freezy's made his way into 2nd. Moffenbauer sitting good in 3rd. Medaglia, Schmoke, Wright, and Swanson rounding out the top 10, Babs.
Well done, Travs, and all you race fans. Don't forget to like the CMRC MX page on Facebook and go to mxnationals.ca for all the latest news, updates, and gossip.
Calgary's been a good one. You have been watching the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Brought to you by Motovan.com, Canada's source for power sports parts and accessories. Special thanks to the Wild Rose MX Club, Rockstars Ross Thompson, Ryan Gold, and of course, Yali. We'll see you next week in the city that sounds like fun, Motor Valley Raceway, Regina.